Okay, then we have a lot of similarities and differences between algae and fungi. Can you say any three similarities? Algae, fungi, any three similarities or any three differences?
Thalas is same, sir. Thalas organization same. Thalas organization.
Yeah, yes. Both are thalopites. Both are thallus as a plant body. Okay.
And it's come under for cryptogam because they are producing only spore. And even they can be grow in the marshy areas.
Mm-hmm.
Then both will be involved into the fungi as well as algae, vegetative reproduction, sexual reproduction, and asexual reproduction. And even though they can be produced like isogamy, oogamy, and then anisogamy type of flagellus organisms.
One is photosynthetic and another one is heterotrophic. One is photosynthetic, sir. Another one is heterotrophic.
And life cycle, it is haplontic life cycles. And especially in the Rhodophyceae, we have a haplodiploidic life cycle.
You see here, what are the differences? Algae are mostly aquatic. Fungi are terrestrial. In algae, chlorophyll is present. Fungi?
Non-chlorophylls. Non-chlorophylls.
Absent. All the algae, except blue-green algae, are autotrophic. All the fungi are
heterotrophic as well as saprophytic. Under saprophytic.
Do you know what heterotrophic means? Heterotrophic means?
Depending for other organisms. So, the thing
for
food as well as for reproduction.
What are the types of the heterotrophic?
Heterotrophic, we have a saprophytic, parasitic, insectivorous.
Symbiotic. So the types in the heterotrophic.
Symbiotic also, which is comes under for heterotrophic. It is, we can say it is a special kind of mode of nutrition, no sir? The symbiotic.
No. That also comes under heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophics are divided into saprophyte, parasite, symbiont, insectivorous, and so many are there. Nematopathogenic, like that. So many are there. Okay. Basically, we study the only 4 types.
Yes.
That are heterotrophic. Okay. You know what are the symbiotic fungi?
Here non-stock anabina, lichen we can give for
symbiotic fungi.
And here even for in pinus, the corallal root anabina non-stock will be there, fixing of nitrogen, even leguminous.
No, I'm not asking the
rhizobium.
Fungi. I'm asking fungi, symbiotic fungi.
Lichens. Lichens.
Yeah, lichens is one of the symbiotic association of the fungi. And other symbiotic association of fungi?
Rhizobus, sorry.
Mycorrhiza.
Mycorrhiza.
Mycorrhiza is also another symbiotic fungi. Mycorrhiza. Myco means fungi, rhiza means roots. Fungi which are associated with the roots. Mycorrhiza, ectomycorrhiza, endomycorrhiza, cortical mycorrhiza, aeroid mycorrhiza, 7 types are there. 7 types of the mycorrhiza is there. You know, the mycorrhiza is the largest network than any telecommunication network in the soil. It interconnects all the plants in the soil. Mycorrhizal network is the largest network. But nowadays, due to pesticides and fertilizers, mycorrhizal network is destructing. Soil is become sessile, sterile. Okay. And then these are the variation. You know, cell wall is made up of cellulose in the algae, chitin in the fungi. Okay. Usually uninucleate in algae, binucleate and multinucleates are there in the fungi. You know, the reserve food material is starch in algae. Here in the fungi, reserve food material is
glycogen.
Oil glands, oil glycogens. Okay. Majority of the algae are autotrophic, but majority of the fungi are parasitic. Okay. Like there's so many are there. You know the parasexual life cycle, parasexuality first identified by whom, in which fungi? This question also asked so many times. Parasexual cycle, parasexuality. So many times asked this question. Parasexuality. Parasexuality first. Pentacarvo. Who is that? Pentacarvo first identified the parasexuality in Aspergillus nidulans. Aspergillus nidulans. This question asked so many times. Parasexuality first identified in. Parasexuality is found in Aspergillus nidulans. Parasexuality first identified, discovered by Pentacarvo. Okay. And you know the clamp connections are present in which group of fungi? Clamp connection. Which one?
Basidiomycetes.
Yes, Basidiomycetes, bypass. The bypass way of the thallus adjacent cells in the Basidiomycetes.
Infusion of gametes.
It forms the outer ring road, bypass. That is clamp connection. You know, with that dichorietation will take place. Dichorietization takes place because of clamp connections. One nucleus from adjacent cell to the other cell. Dichorietation, two nucleus stage happen because of clamp connection. You know the croziers. Croziers are present in croziers, sickle shape. కొడవలి ఆకారంలో ఉండేటువంటి reproductive structure present in ascomastates. Yeah, you know the nuclear fission is taking place. Karyogamy is taking place in croziers in ascomastates. This question also asked so many times. You know the plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. These three steps commonly called as sexual reproduction. In the sexual reproduction, these three steps are there, present. If these three steps are uneven, unequal, or absent any step, that is called as parasexual. Parasexual life cycle. Equal to sexual, but not perfect sexual. Para, equal. Okay. That also very, very important. Parasexuality, parasexual life cycle. Heterothallism. Clamp connections are present in. Croziers are present in. Nuclear fission. In Aspergillus, whatever is in ascomycetes, nuclear fission. Dichorietation will take place in. You know, in the ascus, how many number of the spores are present?
8.
8. That question also asked so many times. Whereas in the Basidium, only 4. But in the Ascus, 8. That also asked so many times. Okay. Clamp connections are present in, croziers are present in, nuclear fission taking place in, number of spores present in Ascus, number of spores present in Basidium. Okay, parasexual cycle. These are all so many times they ask the questions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And these all are completed. Dimorphic also. The thallus fungi, Thallus hypae, is having the different forms. Not only as like a filament, having the various type of the structure. Thallus hypal modification, thallus organization in the fungi. That are various types are there. Prosenchyma, pseudoparenchyma. You know the prosenchyma? Prosenchyma means?
No nucleus. Sorry.
Madam, your name is? Prosenchyma means loosely arranged hypae. If it is loosely arranged hypae, that is prosenchyma. If it is tightly arranged, that called as pseudoparenchyma, also called as plectenchyma. Okay. And the rhizomorph means it looks like a root. Rhizoma. And the sclerosium. Sclerosiums are present in. This question also asked so many times. Sclerosium. Sclerosium present in. The claviceps purpurea. Ray of ergot. Ergot disease in the ray. What is the difference between Haustoria and Aprosoria? Haustoria and Aprosoria.
Haustoria will suck the nutrient from the host cell, sir.
Haustoria
will suck the nutrient from the host cell. Like Aprosoria, it is like formation of fruiting bodies.
No.
I'm not clear. I'm not sure of that, sir, because I forgot.
Okay.
I cannot recollect that.
Okay. Haustorias are present in parasitic fungi, which are penetrated into the cell or in between the cells. Haustoria types, 5 types of the Haustorias are there. And Aprosorias are periperal mycelium, which are periperal, outside of the cell wall, only each having the finger-like projection mycelium, that is Aprosoria. Aprosoria only it for attachment, but whereas Haustoria, it absorbs the nutrition. That is the difference between these two. Okay. Haustoria for finger-like projections are there, and branched are there. So intracellular Haustoria is there, intercellular Haustoria is there. Okay. Stroma. Stromas are, that mean nothing but the hard tissue. It from the hard tissues. Snares, that mean here and there the hyphal structures are present as like a air, feather, air-like structure that are called as snares. Okay. Usually they ask the question from the first four only. Astoria also, they ask so many times question. Astorias are present in saprobitic fungi, parasitic fungi, or symbiotic fungi, parasitic fungi. Okay. Okay. You know, this already told you. Unicellular, that we call as holocarpic, filamentous, eucarpic, non-septate, aseptate, and septate again. Types I already told you. Simple porous, non-porous, doliporous. Okay. And you can see here the difference between flectenchyma and prosenchyma. They're loosely coiled, they're tightly coiled. Okay. That is the difference. With the loosely coiled, that is?
Prosenchyma.
Yeah, if it is tightly coiled, interwoven.
It is pseudoparenchyma or flectenchyma.
Erosia means already you see the rhizoids means root-like structure. You know the rhizopus, mucor. Aprosoria means we can see the Aprosoria and Hastoria. Difference between Aprosoria and Hastoria. There is the difference between Aprosoria. Hastoria are present in parasitic fungi. Aprosoria, it usually not infect. Hastoria, it infect and it kill. It absorb all the nutrients. Hyphal traps, you see the thread-like structures here and there that we call as hyphal traps or snares. These are the various types. You know, we already studied the structure of the fungal cell. The cell wall is made up of a chitin, what we call as fungal cellulose. The formula of it is, what it is? C. No students are there.
C22H54. N4 ON.
Yes. And you know, already told you the nutrition type. These all are heterotrophic. They're divided into saprophyte, parasite, predaceous, symbiotic. You know, due to saprophytes, our earth is become clean. All the dead organic matter is decomposing. Make it clean and mineralization of the soil. Humidification of the soil is taking place because of saprophytes. Humidification, asked so many times question, humidification. Humus, humidification, scavengers, natural scavengers. Saprophytes are natural scavengers. It cleans the environment. And you know the parasite. Again, this question also asked so many times. Facultative and obligate parasite. Obligate parasite means
living on the host cell.
Obligate parasite means
Living on the host cell.
Living on the host cell.
Without a host, it cannot survive.
Yes, that we call as
Obligate parasite.
Obligate parasite. If there is no host, they can't survive. Facultative parasite means if the host is not present, it also can survive as a saprophyte.
It's help of substratum.
Yes. That examples also so many times asked the question. Which among is the obligate parasite? Which among is the facultative parasite?
Sir, here we can give example for obligated for parasite. We can give lichen also an example, sir, or else we can give it as a.
Lichen is the symbiotism.
Okay.
You know, the lichen is a heliotropic type of the symbiotism. You know,
The slave, your master
and
and slave theory.
king and slavery symbiotism.
Okay.
That we call as heliotism. That type of the symbiotism is called as heliotism. The lichens.
Marriage.
That also asked so many times. Heliotism. Symbiotic association. You know, the only fungi do the reproduction. Algae that supply the food will only.
Algae act as a slave and fungi it is.
You know, we also call it idealistic marriage.
Yeah.
Idealistic marriage in between the algae and fungi. It is an idealistic marriage. Symbiotism. That is a marriage between algae and fungi.
Consortium, something the word I am able to pronounce it. Consortium. Something.
Okay. You know, parasites again, facultative parasite, obligate parasites. Okay, and ectoparasite and endoparasite. Okay, ectoparasites means if it is outside the cell, outside the tissue, mucor, rhizopod, erysipelas. Okay, endoparasites means if it is inside, Puccinia, Pythium. Okay, you know, predaceous fungi. This question also asked predaceous fungi. Predaceous means?
It's kill the host cell or
Yeah.
It is used as a food.
Yeah. Okay. Symbiotism, I already told you, two types of symbiotism is there in the fungi. Lichens and mycorrhiza. Lichens associated with the algae. In the mycorrhiza associated with the higher plants roots.
Legume.
Not legumes.
Here, cycus can give us an example.
No.
Algae.
Bacteria. That is association of the bacteria with the plants.
That is
separate.
legume.
Yeah, legumes which having the rhizobium bacteria. That is bacterial association with the root, not fungal association with the root. That we call as PGPR. Plant growth rhizobium. PGPR.
Okay, sir. Okay.
That association is separate. PGPR association. Plant growth promoting rhizobium bacteria. Here it is mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is different from PGPR. Myco means fungi, rhiza means roots. Fungi associated with the roots. That is mycorrhizae. Okay. Again, mycorrhiza, I already told you just 10-15 minutes back. Mycorrhiza again, 7 types are there. Ecto, endo, ectendo, ericoid, corticoid types are there. You know, which type of mycorrhiza is very popular? We are using as a biofertilizer. Worm fungi, vascular, arbuscular mycorrhizae. We are using as a biofertilizers. Fungi. Vesicles, arbuscles, like structures are present. Vesicles, arbuscular mycorrhiza, which are associated with the roots to supply the nitrogen and phosphorus. Only the microbes, fungi and bacteria which absorb the atmospheric nitrogen. No other organism will absorb the atmospheric nitrogen. Though 78% of the nitrogen is present, it will not be absorbed by any other than the fungi and bacteria. If there is no that fungi and bacteria, we have no proteins in our body. Do you know?
Yeah, involved in the protein synthesis and even formation of amino acid. Because ammonia were converted into nitrate and nitrate.
Not ammonia, atmospheric nitrogen. N2 is converting into NO2 and NO3, nitrate and nitrites. You know what type of the nitrogen will you observe by the plants? These questions also asked so many times. N2, NO2, NO3, NH3. N2, three forms plants can absorb. These two, nitrate, nitrates, and ammonia is forming because of bacteria and fungi. If there is no bacteria and fungi, there is no ammonia, there is no amino acids, no proteins in our body, in the plant, in our body.
Sir, can you give me answer for, sir,